Hey everybody, Kai here. Like I said, I was gonna do weekly updates. I'm just doing a quick reply about like my week or weekend. Um, so I had an interesting weekend. I ended up going out for the very first time with my family with the wheelchair on Saturday. Yes, Saturday. I went out with my family on Saturday. We went for breakfast, and then afterwards, my mother and I were going to go grocery shopping. So, wheeling one of these things is a bit of a pain in the butt. I've never done it before. I have very limited upper body strength, and so getting from the restaurant to where I was going took me probably 20 minutes and a lot of stops. I think after 6 weeks of this, I'm going to get some major upper body stuff because I simply won't have any other choice and it'll just develop and everything. But I'm really glad that my mother came with me because as we were rolling down like the ramp to go from the sidewalk and across the road, um, my mom was pushing me because I'm still really nervous about going down those little incline things and being able to get back up on the other side. And she was pushing me, thank God, because once we got to the bottom of the incline, there was this crunch and I started to fall forward. And she grabbed my shoulder and had a hold of the chair and like was pulling me off of the road to figure out what the crunch was, and we looked down and on the right side the entire like middle of the wheel bit where it connects to the actual chair, it broke, like, and the wheel was like this on the like this on the ground, still attached to the chair, but instead of being like that it was like that. And I'm just like, mom, wheel's broken, wheel's broken. What do we do? Neither one of us drive. We are probably like 30 minutes from my house. We're right outside the grocery store. And what do we do? So luckily, my aunt and my uncle, who we'd gone for breakfast with, they were still kind of nearby. They were like at the mall versus near where we were. So we're like calling them, going, "Hey, so can you come get us? The wheelchair broke." And she my mom like had to like carefully drag me backwards down like by the superstore that we were going into. It was just like just slowly into the parking lot and like parked me in like one of the handicap spots, waiting for my aunt to get there. And it was if I hadn't had her, when I was doing it by myself, I probably would have ended up in the road on the ground with a chair like on top of me because it was a forward momentum thing. And would not have been able to get up. Like I would not have been able to get out of like I would have had to crawl out of the road, and then I would have had no way of getting up onto my feet. And then once I was on my feet, I would have had no way to get anywhere like anywhere off of that corner because I didn't have my crutches with me. So it was like, oh, okay. So we started calling the place we rented the shop for, and thanks to the long weekend, they weren't open. They didn't put any notification on their voicemail that they weren't open for the weekend. So I'm calling them. I'm like, hey, so my wheelchair broke, and hey, la 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 la, and I'm trying like I'm calling and I'm calling and I'm calling and I'm calling, and my aunt and my uncle and my mom and I were all like really close to where we'd picked up the actual chair. So like we're like, oh, we'll just go over. They're open on Saturdays. So we get there and sure enough, they ain't open. So I had to hobble around for like the rest of the weekend on my crutches, and holy crap, it's hard work. I respect anyone and everyone that has to do that for a long period of time. Like, it's tiring. I'm exhausted just from thinking about it. I'm exhausted from having done it. So we did that. Of course, with that, I was in a lot more pain than usual. So I was taking more pills, and so I was sleeping more, and I'm still kind of like loopy from that. So I didn't get to go back to work today, which was what I was really hoping to do. We had a new intake of people, like of participants for the youth program that I work for coming in today, and I really wanted to be there for that. Even though I'm just the program assistant, I still wanted to be there on the first day. And yeah, so I had to call my boss, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't come in on Tuesday. Tuesday's the day I'm going to be figuring out if I can get a new chair, what's going on with that, and I've got a doctor's appointment, so it's not a good idea. So my boss was telling me, yeah, sure, no problem, just don't get in any more accidents, or I'm going to die from stress over it, and I'm like, okay, what do you think I feel? And so it's like, hoping that this will finally like be it, like just done, like so I can start trying to get back to work. I am going to be trying to go in tomorrow to my second job because I usually go in on Wednesdays for the full day, and they're supposed to be really like moving boxes and making it easier for me to get in and things like that, for me for the day, and yeah, and then we'll see, because I want to go back in for my program assistant job on Thursday and see how I feel, for that. I'm contemplating actually doing a full day on a Wednesday and a full day on a Saturday, and doing that for now and seeing how I feel, because getting around on the wheelchairs all day long, I like, there's a difference between doing it around my house and doing it outside, and doing it in an office and doing it in and out of Vancouver, and it's harder to do than like normal. Like it looks like it'd be easier because you're sitting the whole time, but there's muscles that you use that you've never used before. Like you don't like push your weight with your arms when you're walking. Like yeah, you move your arms, but they don't actually have to like push your weight. And it's like, I'm not the lightest person in the world. I'm like 200 and some pounds. Well, 200 pounds, but yeah, it's harder. So we're going to see, and then I'm going to talk to my boss about whether or not I have to do 2 full days versus 1 full day and 4 part days, and see how that goes, and everything. But I'm really hoping to get back into at least the program assistant job on a regular basis next week, and then see how it goes from there. Um, yeah, that's basically my updates. Uh, I've been eating a little bit more than before. My family has been really helping me with eating things. Like yesterday we had Thanksgiving dinner, and I had no idea I was so hungry. Like I'd had a bowl of cereal in the morning, and then I hadn't realized. Like I'd asked for our dinner to be around 3:30 so that I'd be home by 7, because I usually conk out around then, or I feel like conking out around then. But I didn't end up eating until around 6. So afterwards I was dead to the world. I like took my pills. I passed out on their couch for about an hour, and then didn't get home till like 9:30. So, but it was a really good meal. Lots of turkey, lots of vegetables, potatoes, stuff like that. Amazing pumpkin pie, which I'm going to divulge in. I have it right over there. I have like a big piece, so eat. Yeah. Healthy, but I am eating better than I usually do. Like, not being able to walk has limited the amount of times I've gone to the store, thus limiting the amounts of pop and crap that I've been eating. I've been drinking a lot of juice though, so I don't know how that compares, but anyway, that is where I'm at. As I said, I'm going to do more of these updates, and I will talk to you guys later. So like and subscribe if you like my rambles. I will hopefully have some more stuff on Friday about what I've been eating, like things like that. I'm also gonna be getting some like weight things to do upper body cardio and upper body weight training for from the sitting position. So I'm gonna start talking about those. Anyway, Kai out. We'll talk to you guys later.